up, honey love? What's up, girl? What's up, love, honey love? I see you. What you doing, Red Sonia? What's up, Sonia? Fat Mama Sonia. What's up, Fat Mama Sonia? What's up, Fat Mama Sonia? What's up, Mayday? Lord Mayday. What's up, boy? What's up, Lord Mayday? What's up, my boy Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? It's my big boy, Doc. What you say? All right. Welcome back to another week, another episode of Game Dog Talk. And of course, we got the legendary panel in the building. First of all, schoolboy, Mr. Richard Garcia, the legendary. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, thanks. Welcome to the panel, all my brothers in the panel, and to the chat. How you doing, 7-8?
I'm doing good, doing real good, in a good mood today, you know?
Yeah.
Welcome to you too, brother.
Yes, sir. And salute. We have the only in American Kennels, the legendary Brother Bakary in the building. How you doing today, sir?
Much love to our lovely panel of brothers here, and to our awesome ass chat room. I'm doing great, brother.
Fuck.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
And we have the legendary Rastaman Boone in the building to the maximum out this month. What's up?
There
Boone?
he is.
Hey, them will call him 78 Sports. Buckersry. Schoolboy action. Ram to the motherfucking Mexican.
Rasta man.
Yeah.
And we got my brother, the legendary Walking Down Ram, Big Stepping in the building. This is my hitter. When
Big stepping, baby.
Yeah, y'all get to acting up out there in them streets. This the one. This is the one we call. With your address. Big Stepping.
Already. Shit over here on some fat boy shit, fucking this fish up. Salute to all the guys in the panel and everybody in the chat, man. We about to cook today.
Yes, sir. Salute to the chat, man. Let's do a quick roll call. See who we got in the building thus far. A lot of y'all up in here. Vernon Starr, salute, homie. Doran Zillars. Jeremiah in the building.
Jeremiah.
Wicked Kennels.
Wicked.
D Bios. I'm sorry if I missed
Bob, fill in, Bob. Come on, fill in.
Devious.
Oh, D Bios. Oh, my bad. You know I'm crazy. I said D Bios. D Bios. Bulldog, salute to you, man. Martinez Game Dogs. El Jocko.
Martinez.
Let's see here. Tony Gardner. Mike Lee, salute. We got
There he is, Mike Lee.
Showstopper.
Hey, I need another lawyer, Mike. I used to have a lawyer named Mike Lee. That's why I said.
Michael Forgood, Dirt Road Kennels.
Dirt Road. To the maximum. Dirt Road.
Salute Dreadlock. We got Christopher Fleming in here.
Dreadlock and Chris.
Fleming. I know that name, Fleming. What are some dogs from Fleming Dogs? I know that name from somewhere. I don't know where I know that name from. Luciano.
Ian Fleming wrote James Bond.
Luciano, make some more music, brother.
Salute to everybody that's in the building. There's a lot of y'all in here. I can't read everybody. Appreciate all y'all joining us every week and coming through showing love, man. We appreciate y'all dedication, y'all support. That's what keeps us going, you know?
Hey, can I say something right quick before you get going?
Yes, sir.
I want to applaud my brother, only in America. Them call him Buckersry by the way of Boone, and Bakari by the way of twins. But anyway, last week, Bob made a good point about brothers hitting that like button. And man, when it was all over, 200 and something people hit that like button. So y'all brothers, hey, bless up to the maximum to Buckersry for calling everybody out. And y'all keep on doing the right thing, man, because we really appreciate y'all that.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
appreciate our good brother. Definitely.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
To my brother Smooth Monty coming through.
Yes, sir.
There he is, brother Smooth.
The man.
20-piece chicken nugget. He say, salute to the expert panel in the chat room. Hit the like button. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
brother.
Much love, Smooth Monte.
All right. So let's get to the first question that the people put in the community. Do most of the best game bred dogs have Bolio's Bolio blood in them? Well, Bolio's father Zeke in it. You know what I'm saying? In their background. Do most of the best game bred dogs have Bolio's father Zeke in there? Let's start off with you, Mr. Garcia.
No, but that's not a knock on Bolio or Zeke.
That's right.
Everything got gameness in it, just like everything got curves. It's just that with that blood, the Bolio, Zeke, Black Widows, Fight Black Widow, all that stuff is known for their. That's one of the things that they're known for, their game. And there's a bunch of them that had it, but depending on how you breed and what your standards are, people have gotten that with any blood, you name it, and they've had it. The only reason that the gameness goes down is because you make excuses or you don't keep that standard in your blood, in your dog. And you could do that with anyone too. They can go south just as faster than they'll retain gameness if they weren't if that wasn't part of your standard.
Yes, sir.
But I understand the question because they're some of the gamest dogs you'll see is that blood. That covers, not just Zeke, Bolio, but any of the Tudor, Maloney, Usselton, Otter stuff, any of the stuff from Arizona, the PP stuff and Indian Sunny, and a lot of people had it, Mexican Dan, and it was everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Even Europe, they got some of it through Champion Snubby, So it's kind of like the Tombstone stuff too, Tombstone Bolio or Tombstone Red Baby. It's all similar stuff.
And what is your thoughts on that, Brother Bach, as far as the gamest dogs having Bolio's father in the pedigree?
Well, I hate when I have to come after my dear brother Richard because I just be sitting around here just saying some bullshit to say something. He pretty much covers all ends, and he done a wonderful job. I may add this to it, other than what he said in terms of.
Thank you, brother.
I can't. Oh, you're welcome. I can't say in terms of that having to be the gamest stuff that we and isn't everybody, because that's not true. Secondly, when we talk about where Claw Zeke was at and who owned Claw Zeke, shit, who the fuck knows who all Claw Zeke produced behind the scene that just to pay his fee? You know what I'm saying? So, it was told to me Claw Zeke was the father of Honey Bunch. Then it was told to me Honey Bunch's father's Boomerang. I'm just saying that when you get to it, it goes back to my shit I always say. People get too hooked up on them fucking pairs and they get mad because I act like it's not a big ass. It's not. Because there's so many fucking hung pairs. There's so much shit. You don't know who the father to a lot of these motherfuckers is. So I can say paper-wise, no. But shit, Zeke can be the father of a whole lot of stuff Carver had.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We can say it's off of Ironhead. We can say it's off of Stompanato. We can say it's off of fucking all type of shit. And it could be some things off of Claw Zeke. But I will say, like Rich said, I'm a goddamn Claw Zeke fan. Whether that shit came by way of Pat or goddamn Bert Sorrells. That early stuff. You know what I mean? And,
Sorrel Bull. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So those dogs back then was the shit. And they were real nice. So, but yeah, that's that about it.
Let me add something to that, because this comes up all the time, and people get into the PEDs and what's right, and they go back and forth, and I heard this and I know that. The point of us, I would, correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, but the point of it is when we say, don't get hung up on that PEDs, it's because of that, because there's so much papers and lying, this and that. So don't even worry about it, man. Don't just get that shit out of your head, because it'll give you nightmares and you'll never find out the truth. You'll always ask a question. It'll always be why this, why. And it's not that it's not important. You should keep your pet straight. You have that opportunity and that responsibility to do it. So if you do it, then you're good. That's all that matters. But to get into what happened and who was what and who really started, forget all that shit. It don't matter. And as time moves on, as you make your breedings, you keep them straight. All that bullshit in the past, it matters less. It don't make a fuck. If you follow the dogs and the traits individually and use the best ones, you're gonna have success, man. It don't matter how they're bred, because they all related at some point anyway.
Correct.
So that's we've had those discussions, and even in my chat they had one, or my group. Same thing. That one you mentioned about Honey Bunch. It's correct. It's Ironhead. It's Boomerang. It's Zeke. It's Honey Boy. It's you name it. And I put in there what I put in there. What just like with Pit General or something. What would you think if you heard all them stories and it ain't none of them, and she's not even a Carver dog or a Zeke dog, or she's something totally different.
Right.
It could be that, I don't know. Shit. Who knows?
Well, let's just, Rich, for playing devil's advocate, let's just say this. The motherfucker came from the pound and bred motherfucking the dogs that's producing all these bad motherfuckers. Will it make a difference? Are you going to stop motherfucking using these motherfuckers going 2, 3, 4 hours, banning the motherfucker because it came from Sally Tutu out of the motherfucking doo-doo fucking lounge? Does it make a difference? Oh, I'm not breeding to that now that I know that. Motherfucker, that just they didn't produce so many champions of great. You don't want it now because
you don't want it now because the pet's fake. That's bullshit.
Right.
Hey, Bach, the best dog I ever had before I got Doc. The best dog I ever had was a big old goofy mutt looking dog. You know what I'm saying? And he had no papers. I got him on a humbug. I was walking my dog, saw him in the backyard. He was trying to get at my dog. The lady came outside. She said, "Oh, I wonder why he was acting up." I said, "That's a nice dog. You want him?" And I said, "You want to sell him?" She said, "Yeah. My son's he's in prison right now. That's his dog." She said, "You can get him. Give me $50 for him." Woo! Right. I took my dog home, came back and got that joke. He was a monster, and everybody was pressing me for a pedigree. I was tempted to make up a fake ped because people kept pressing me. Like, oh man, I said, man, I don't know the pedigree. Ah man, well, people just want a pedigree. That's why these breeders be stuff.
That's what it is. And if it's red and blue, if it's lit up, oh, they want that motherfucker. Just light that bitch up. It don't matter. It ain't got to be shit. Just light that pedigree up, red and blue, like a Christmas tree, and a motherfucker ready to give you $3,000 for the fucking colors in that bitch, and the bulldogs in that motherfucker ain't worth 2 fucking flies smashed together. You understand? It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead and finish, Kevin, what you were saying.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna go to you, Rasta Man, on this. What's your take on Bolio's father Zeke being in the pedigrees of most game dogs? Do you think that's true?
Well, they say all dogs go back to the wilderness. All dogs. And they've been bred this way, that way, and now we got bulldogs. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But anyway, let me just say this, and this being for real, because the brothers are speaking right in line with one another. You can take any line of bulldogs, and eventually you'll get a dead game dog out of one of them lines. And some more than others. Some lines, but there's game dogs in all the lines.
Every one of them.
We done seen curs, produce champions, all this stuff. But
Right.
because he wasn't game, that didn't mean he couldn't produce a game, though. And I think we had this question a couple of weeks before, or a week or two or something. But anyway, yeah, brother, all you brothers out there, you got certain names. People chase names, like some people like LeBron name.
Right.
Some people love Michael Jordan name. Some people like Steph Curry name. You know what I mean? So them pedigrees had names on them. And Zeke. Zeke? Yes, it's Zeke. Zeke stuff. Zeke stuff. And then they have stories behind those names. I'm not saying they're not true, or they are. But what I am saying, I guess it's been good for the Bulldog game because it keeps us talking. And, I'm interested, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can take it however you want, and don't think I'm trying to be sarcastic or funny or nothing. I'm just being for real, because reality is what it is. I mean, and then you can look at the panel and you can talk to all of us, and all of us will have an answer for you.
Right.
Go ahead, Ken.
What's your take on that? Walking down around Big Steppin'.
No, I gotta agree with all the OGs. Everybody up here said it. Like, fuck, no, that would be impossible. If that was the case, we would have more slick style fighting dogs.
There you go. Yep.
It's just not the case. Every line produced good dogs. Only dog that I could say show up mostly in modern day pets is DIBO. Other than that, it's not happening.
Yeah, all of us should go back to DIBO. All right. Let me ask y'all a question. This is my own personal question, not from what. Let me ask y'all about Mr. Garcia. How good were the Bolio dogs that came from Indian Sunny? Anybody know what happened to them dogs?
Yeah, well, like everything else, you just get, that's another point. I'll get to it right now, but that's another point. Those, you say Zeke and all of them, Honey Bunch, all of them. The dogs today are so far removed from them,
Right.
And like we said before, we use the names because people are familiar with it, but they're so far removed from it. There's very little of it in anybody's dogs, and what was it you just asked me?
How good were the dogs? Indian Sunny.
Oh, Indian Sunny. Yeah, they were good. Rowdy was a 6-time winner, 1-time loser. What's her name? Little female, Mexican Dan. He was probably one of the first guys to actually put a dog on a plane and fly with the dog. This was back in the late 70s. He beat Robert Bearfield, got best in show with a little female. Bull was another one. And those were basically, they started off Bolio and then Bolio, Corvino, and then Bolio, Corvino, Eli. They were good dogs. They were rugged more than the slick type, but they had their run, man. H&H Kennels used them. Mexican Dan, Indian Sunny, Dennis Ruth up in Oregon, Champion Kramer. He had Champion Kramer, a son of Bolio, crossed with more Carver stuff. So they were good dogs. More stout, I think that's one of the things that can happen with the Bolio dogs. They're not real fine to begin with, but when you tighten up on them, they get more thinner bone, and less able to take punishment, and most of them anyways is cross, just like everything else. You get the athletes from cross dogs or loose line bred dogs. That's where they come from. And it doesn't matter whether it's REDBOY, Eli, whatever it is. On their own, they're good. You want that quote unquote purity, but they need some where you have a well-rounded dog. And the Bolio traits, a lot of them are so dominant that they pass through they pass to generation to generation. Back then, you could look at a dog, whether it was cross, line bred, loose line bred, inbred, whatever, and you could say that's a Bolio dog. They just had a look to it,
Yep.
And a style. You see them fight. I don't know anybody, if you see a good Bolio dog or Sorrel's Bull or Zeke or whatever, a good one, people say, I don't like that dog. I don't like that style. They just fun to watch, man. They love what they're doing. They just intense and wild and smart and fast. Wrestle good. So yes, and then Sonny, yeah, they were good dogs.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna show y'all this dog. Don't laugh at me. I know I look like a bag of Doritos, but this is my boy, Bubba. He don't look like everybody used to laugh at him. I mean, get that big goofy motherfucker up out of here. Boy, he was something beautiful. He was something beautiful, that boy there. And this is my boy Deuce. Young Deuce. He was a nutcase. I had to get rid of him over a girl. Yeah, he bit this girl, you know what I'm saying? He didn't like people. You know what I'm saying? I had to get rid of him.
Boy, you was young there, huh?
Huh? Yeah,
you were young there, man.
Yeah, I was a young buck. That's my boy, dude. I love that dog, man. He didn't like nobody but me. And I got rid of him over a girl, and then the girl dumped me 2 weeks after I got rid of him.
Maybe the dog knew something about the girl.
Yeah, he was trying to warn me.
That's what it was.
Oh, funky bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, ladies. Any ladies out there?
He was trying to warn me.
Dogs will do that. They'll tell you something's up with someone before you even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only women, but situations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
You see, the animals are more in tune spiritually than most humans.
Yeah.
And if you get on their frequency, you could be sitting, and because of the way they see things, you'll sense what they see. But
if you
that takes some serious meditating and some understanding to be able to feel that. But yeah, Cal, he bitter because he was trying to let you know you didn't have nothing.
That's fact.
No bullshit.
And I told her that when I ran into her,
he knew you didn't see it. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I ran into that girl probably about a year later. Because I couldn't get the dog. Once I got rid of the dog, I couldn't get him back. And I was mad too. I was so mad I got rid of that dog over this girl. And after we split up, I ran into her about a year later, and I told her, I said, I got rid of my damn dog for your ass. I said, and he was trying to warn me about your trifling ass. He told me you want shit, and I ain't listened to him. That's why I'm always gonna listen to the dog from now on. Always.
I do. I swear I do. That's my shit. Anything the dogs say, I'm with them.
Yeah, they're listening.
I'm even kicking moms out the fucking house if you don't like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Question number 2. This question is from Mr. Garcia directly. It says, Mr. Garcia, are you familiar with Mr. Gabriel Rodriguez from Mexico?
Somewhat. Yeah. He was real famous down there. He basically had, I think he had mostly Boudreaux stuff with that old Stu Fowler Red Lady stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody knew him. He went into everybody. He didn't travel a lot, but reportedly he has over, he was behind over 400 matches, 450 or something like that matches. But everybody in Mexico knew him. And I might have met him one time. I can't remember because it was so long ago. Yeah, he just passed away too. I don't know how recent it was, but rest in peace to him. But yeah, he's well known among the dog circle. He was well known, good handler, good breeder. Bred all his own stuff, conditioning. Oh yeah, he did everything. I think there's some videos on him out there. I think in his later years. He gives a lot of good tips on. I haven't seen him in a while, but a lot of good tips on the mentality of the breed and the function and things to look for, and to kind of some of that old school advice, like we talk about, pay attention to the dog and, get in the dog's head and bond with them and, they'll die for you, all that stuff. Yeah, he's pretty famous. I don't know if it's true, but he was behind 450 matches. That's a lot of damn matches.
Right. Damn, he was getting busy. So,
Yeah.
Soul Power Gamed Up Kennels. My brother Eli Zachary in the building. What's up, Eli?
All right.
What's up, Act Reacher? Salute to everybody in the building.
Cracking Kennel, what up, cuz?
We're cracking there. I don't see him.
I seen him in there earlier.
Oh, salute to Cracking Kennels, the homie in the building. Bayou Boy in the building with a 10-piece chicken nugget in that super chat. Appreciate the love. Says shout out to all the OGs on the panel. OG Bot, appreciate always responding and giving free game.
Much love, brother. I love it.
Salute, Bayou.
Most definitely. Let me see here. And Cracking Kennels got some pups. If y'all looking for some pups, if y'all go holler at the homie. What shit we got here? Next question. This question is for Ram. Can you touch on the difference between natural bred offspring versus artificial breedings?
Yeah, hell yeah. The difference I seen, because we repeated the breeding with Red Jack. The first breeding, they was just like Red Jack. He was a loving, sweet dog. Like, he was a dog you could steal. He wasn't man aggressive at all. Just didn't like nothing on fucking 4 legs with fur or feathers. But when we did the first breeding to him back to his daughter, them dogs came out, just like them, because both of them were sweet dogs and they were still good dogs. And then 2 years later, actually, we repeated the breeding, and them dogs, they was just as good, but not as personable. They was more like just fucking androids. Like, you stand over them and just to pet them or whatever, and if you holding them like you about to scratch them, they'll scratch into whatever is right there by them. It could be another person or whatever, a fucking wall. They was just, I don't know, it's like the software was there, but the program was off, man. The motherfuckers was just like robots, bro. And every time we did a AI breeding, I'm talking about, the frozen semen, not just, you fucking collect the semen right then and put it directly in the female. I'm talking, you got to go take them in for the surgery where they cut them open and inject it directly into their ovaries. And them dogs, every time we did it, they were just weirdos. They was good dogs, but they wasn't personable dogs. It was just like they was there just for the mission, and that's it. And they didn't live as long either, so I don't know, it might be something into that. But yeah, they was just weird, man. It was like just Attack of the Clones.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, I ain't never heard that. I remember you said that before. That's fucked up, though.
There's an old horse breeder, Italian horse breeder, real famous, named Tessio. He has books out. He kind of alludes to what Ram's saying, which is why he wouldn't do artificial breedings with his horses, that it takes something out of them, and like Ram was saying, kind of like not zombie, but they not personable, or the bond ain't there, And he was just real leery of it. He never did it. He gets into all kinds of head trips with horses and people and all that. So there might be something to that,
It is, because a horse is just as smart as him. Some horses are smart as hell, man. They real intelligent, man.
Yeah. That's true. You make them
It's
do
like
all
the
kinds
life
of stuff.
part wasn't there, just that part that gives you the soul wasn't there.
Yeah,
Like he had
like a
spirit,
robot,
but not a soul.
Say it again, Ram. Say it again.
That's what it was. They had spirit, but not no soul, bro. You couldn't bond with the spirit because you bond with the soul,
Out of you, boy. Got the hell there. Yeah, man, you got me sweating over here, boy.
Yeah.
I do get a little deep on the philosophy myself, I ain't just stepping all the time now.
Well, I got some. I hope this work out for me, because I got some. I ain't gonna say what dog it is, but I got some frozen semen from a legendary dog, and I'm gonna stick him one day. One of these days, I'm gonna stick him to some good offspring And y'all can be like, where you get that from? Don't worry
I'll
about
take one of them robots off your hand. I didn't like them, man.
it. Shit. I just want a couple, about 4 out the litter. That's all I want, 4 out the litter. If I get more than that, I'll be happy. Let me see what we got here. Let me go back here. What are some of the worst injuries that the panel has ever seen in a match? Let me go to you, Rasta man.
Oh, I done seen a whole lot of seen the head, shoulders taken off, but I done seen some crazy stuff, man. Didn't look real. I mean, you know, you ain't even think. I remember one night I did one, and he got his whole shoulder broke. I'm talking about completely smashed. And boy, they really went to bed, and you know what I mean. And I knew one thing, because I done drug him, you know what I mean? I knew he was going to stay there. Crazy Red Jr. It was his first time out, and went against a champion. And boy, that joker broke his shoulder I say about within the first 30 minutes. It got his whole shoulder just, you know, and boy, they were just talking. They were saying this, saying that. But his tail was flagging like a flag with a big windstorm. You know what I mean? And I was watching the other dog tail. It was, you know, it was curled up, straight up. But Crazy Red appeared to be happy. You know, he was just happy, man. And I said, damn. I said, yeah, shit, I might want to go to bed a little more. And so I did, and then they, yeah, you want to bet tomorrow? Yeah, I did. And you want to bet? Yeah, I did. And next thing you know, Crazy Red was dragging him with a broke shoulder. Called a turn on the other dog. And man, when we scratched him, you know, I don't believe in, you know, if I call a turn on you and it's you to go, I'm not fitting the whole man when the referee say release. I'm turning mine loose too. So when the ref say release, hey, Crazy Red, when he took off, that side went to the carpet with the broke shoulder. Hey, that's like they come off that carpet and dived on that mother. And I mean, with a broke shoulder, he got to the dog before the dog could get to him. So I said, shit, we're going to win this. And that's how I won. I just kept... Yeah, Crazy Red, and I just kept scratching him, and we pulled it out, man. But that couldn't. And then he took the old boy out, took him out. You know what I mean? Cause now Crazy Red number 2, he had mouth, he could bite. He was off had a bitch off a Jeep and Whitey, and I bred my Crazy Red number 1, which was off of Ike and Bam Bam, and I bred him to that bitch. And then I bred Nimrod to the other sister. And everything I got off them dogs, man, they could shut it, man. I mean, ooh, they could do it. But Bach got a chance to see some of them. But anyway, yeah.
Let me just ask this real quick. Who was Eliminator?
Eliminator was one of them. That was a brother to Crazy Red. Yeah,
that motherfucker made that goddamn what's his name?
Pee Wee, was it Pee Wee?
No, that motherfucker that God, what's the goddamn wild sidekick? What's the that remember that motherfucker jumped out the window like fucking in 6 minutes. I said, look at motherfucker Eliminator chased that bitch through the window. I said, Lord have mercy, look at this bitch. God damn it.
But yeah, man. So,
let me go to back on that question too. What are some of the worst injuries that the panel has seen ever seen in a match historically, of course?
Injuries?
Yes, sir.
Damn, I would want us to be on that Patreon shit for me to say all the fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the motherfuckers.
Hold it then. That's a good segue to the Patreon joint.
Right.
For those who don't know, we have a Patreon coming up where it's gonna be a show like this, but it's gonna be more interactive as far as you guys' questions and stuff like that. We still ain't talking about nothing that we don't know nothing about, which is illegal stuff. We will talk about historical situations, and you can ask questions. So we'll have a link to that shortly that y'all can sign up and come kick it with the OGs and get on the Patreon and support. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, if you want to hold that in, that's perfect.
Yeah, because it's just some of the shit is graphic. You know what I mean? Too graphic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Let me say this. I had a brother that hit me. It was requesting that we talk about some more stories of some of the animals that we had in the past. And so, brother, the brother that hit me earlier, just sign up with our Patreon show once we get that going. And it'll probably be more better for a lot of y'all that might want some stuff that talk about stuff that will be historically speaking on. Right. And get a little more detail in it and stuff like that. And man, you're gonna enjoy this because I'm telling you, man. Bakari, Schoolboy, Ram, the Run Dance Master, man, and Kevin, shit, 78 Sports, man. Boy, we gonna have a blast on this Patreon thing.
We're gonna blast, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. And for those who interested, the few of y'all that's interested, I'm gonna talk about my experiences with the dog, which I never do. But I'm gonna talk about it on the Patreon.
Woo, that's what I'm talking. You remember I said way back before, several shows back, I said, damn, Kev, you was raised by a family of bulldoggers. I said, you got a whole lot of shit to talk about.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, I got so much stories.
He be holding out, OG. I be talking to him like, God damn.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of attention, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I'm used to being a criminal, so I don't like talking too much. But welcome down, Ram Big Steppin'. What's your take on worst injuries you ever seen?
Always refer to this one because this is one of the worst I've seen, and that's Red Jack Tiantas. That motherfucker filleted our goddamn muzzle. It looked like a bear slapped him across the face, man. That was one of the worst, and I say Buckshot for his champion. No, Old Dog for his championship. He bit a softball side hole in the motherfucker brisket. Finished him right there in short order. But I seen some more horrific ones too, but we'll save them too. Cause them ones like, God damn, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. What's up, beautiful brown sugar? I see you in the building.
Queen that made it here.
Yeah, she up in there.
Okay.
Just starting to warm up. You should order some of them popsicles and hop on one day.
Say, keep our faith in the Most High, because Tay is on her way.
It is. There she go.
And we got a question, a super chat here from Martinez Game Dog. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate the support. He says, historically speaking, what does the panel consider an ace, and who would be their favorite? I'm not sure about the last part of that question. Who would be their favorite?
Like, who would be their favorite ace?
Oh, okay. Dog. Okay. Let me go to you, Ram. What you think?
Shit, man. Ace is one that he good in all areas. No matter where you take the fight to, he could take it there and beat you at it. You know, that's as easy as I can explain the ace. And shit, my favorite would have to probably be my one-time winner, Bud, because he was that type of dog, but he had a terrible 10 mouth. If we could rate it higher than a 10, I would, but just for practical reason, he had a 10 mouth, super duper smart, and that's the one I tell the story on. I thought he was gonna be a cold dog till my grandson, Buckshot, tried to fuck him, and he turned into a killer. He like, you know, that's my limit right there. You motherfuckers biting me, I don't care. You just sit there, holler, and pee all over himself. When that motherfucker Ruger tried to fuck him, you're like, hell no, he turned into a mighty dog. He was a fucking hard to beat motherfucker. Like, he could break your arm, punch holes in you, break your paw, jaw, whatever. Just wherever the fight needs to go, he taking it there and he beating you at it, you know? He was super fast, super strong, just all around dog, man. So he would be my ace, and he was a Jeep REDBOY JOCKO.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you say, Bot?
Well, I would have to go with my baby Ruth bitch. Well, first of all, let me just go with the ace thing first. Like Ram said, what I consider an ace is one that's very smart and able to adapt to whatever style one brings to him. He or she is able to adapt to it and outclass in any style that they bring. You know what I mean? And I would say the ace that, like I said, was Baby Ruth. I didn't see no flaws in her game. Very intelligent dog, 10 mouth, super game, and super smart as shit. Yeah.
Damn, you ain't got nothing off that bitch, huh?
Man, she died. A partner of mine had left her on the fucking treadmill after her first time. That's the one I went into the Gusto boys with and beat them in 6 minutes, won best in show. I mean, she was just. Remember I told you like the circus joint that Parker was able to tell her wherever to go and she'll break that shit. You know what I'm saying? On command.
Yes,
She
sir.
was. But I mean, the blood that I still use is the same shit, same blood.
Yes, sir.
All
right. What about you, Mr. Garcia?
Same as everybody else. They got it all, can do it all. You know, I always refer to ZEBO and Art. I like Art. I never seen either one of them go, but I like Art because, you know, talking to the people that seen them and used them, especially Jim Stinson, you know, he said no dog ever scratched back to him. He looked like a drunk man with a razor, you know. He said a little more graphic, but that's basically what he meant. I'm reluctant to call dogs I've seen, and especially my own ace like that, because that just ain't my way. And the reason for that is, you know, it has to come from your peers, you know. That just like I'm talking about Art and ZEBO, maybe there's a bunch of other ones, you know, Blackjack Jr. or something like that. When you get that from people that seen your dog or knew your dog or some other dog, then that validates it. Put it
I appreciate the modesty, but Rowdy was an
yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. I'm about to say the same thing, man. You're listen, let me just say this real quick. People come to Schoolboy. Schoolboy got 50,000 books, videos, how to do, and people take what he says to be gospel because he's very intelligent in these dogs and the history of it. I'm sure that as humble as you want to be, that the people would know that if you said you had a fucking ace, it was a fucking ace, whether you said it or anybody said it. So, you know, we would love to hear it. I want to hear it my damn self. What dog did you have that you considered an ace? Please answer, if you don't mind.
Alex, probably. They're my dad's dog. He only won one match, but he was a cannibal. I'll put it that way. And besides that, you know, people, like they said here, they talk about intelligence and all that. House trained, he could ride in the back of a pickup. It was my dad's dog. My dad taught him tricks and you know, obedience, and you know, like he did with the cow dogs we had. You know, he could communicate with them just verbally, and the dogs understood. And then when he turned on, you know, when he finally turned on, I put a big old dog on. I was mad at him. You know, like Ram was saying, you know, the sissy and all that shit. I would roll him, but he really wouldn't do nothing. But he would scratch every time, just boom, 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 just not do nothing. So I walked up to him. I told him, man, this is it. You don't do something today, Alex, you're gone, man. And I guess he understood me because he ended up, again, I'm talking in the past, this historical, and he ate the dog from the shoulder down to his elbow. The bones were exposed. Like nothing. A beautiful animal, smart, killer type, finishing type, you know, the kind of box lights. You would have loved it.
Oh my God, I'm already loving it.
Yeah. And then, you know, like Ram said, Mr. Rowdy, my favorite. Just, you know, he just good all around dog. Just, man, I like dogs that like to do what they're doing and got that finishing instinct and will just, you know, on Patreon. I'm glad you brought that up. We could talk about some of the methods that I used to do to see that finish before I ever bet $1 on it, you know. And it's kind of, some of it is, you know, me and Bob share that a lot, you know, but I did some things that they used to think I was crazy. You know? and why you do that? What does that do? This and that.
Right.
Well, I want to see.
Right.
And I had some methods where I could see when they were young. And that we can talk about on Patreon. And it's still historical, everything historical.
Right.
And it just, you know, it gives you an insight. The reason we do that, you know, it's not so much we're boasting, but it's just to you get in the head of the dog, you get in the mind of the person. And there are reasons why we do what we do or why we did what we did. It wasn't just because we're cruel or we like to see blood and guts. It ain't that. That's what I was alluding to back in the day, you know. I mean, back in a few episodes ago. It's not that, you know. Everybody likes a knockout puncher, no doubt, and I do too. And you know, a dog that is a finishing type can end it quick. It just means you go home earlier, which is better. You don't have to stand around for 2 hours and get your back hurt and shoulders and all that stuff. It's impressive if the dog can do that, but I don't care who it is. You want to get in there and get out as fast as you can, so you can go do another one. So it's a lot of that is that bonding with the dog, what you can get the most out of them, and what you get to see what they're able to do, what instincts they have. Because some of them don't have that. Some dogs, they don't have no finishing. It don't mean they can't win, and they do. It don't even mean they can't kill a dog. They will.
Right. That's the key.
But that finishing thing is just different. You know.
That's the key. You know what, Rich, if I don't mind while you're right there, a lot of people don't understand that just because one killed one don't mean the motherfucker was a finisher.
That's right.
Finishing was never the intention of the dog. Is just through the fucking either exhaustion that the dog went through, or the organs collapsed, or the fucking dog's punishment that it did to the dog killed it. But killing that motherfucker was never his intention. Right.
It's kind of like, you know, you somebody punched somebody and they fall down and hit their head on a curb and they die from it.
Correct.
He didn't mean to kill the guy, you know, even though he did. It's kind of like that with the dog, just like you're saying about the punishment they do. It shuts them down. They use fluids, whatever it is, and they die. And that's different from a dog that is actually trying to kill their opponent. And those types, they'll eat them too. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, they will. Some of them will.
So that's better for Patreon. So if you guys want to hear the real shit, you know, get on there, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
for our benefit, we'll feel more comfortable.
When we come out with the Patreon, I'm gonna put the link in the chat of a Game Dog Talk show, so you know, because I have my own Patreon that's separate. So I don't want y'all signing up over there saying, "Oh, wait a minute, I thought we." No, just wait until we're gonna put it in the Game Dog Talk chat, and I'm gonna put it in my community specifically for Game Dog Talk. You'll know. All right. So it won't be no misunderstanding. Rastaman Boone, did you answer that question about what dog did you consider an ace?
I had a few that I considered had different talents, and you have different categories. You got some aces, they don't bite hard, but they figure out how to win. You know what I mean? No matter what you put them on, they gonna win. You know. Then you got some aces, one shot, boom, joker out of there. Then you got some that just wanna beat the hell out of your ass, and won't let you go. You know what I mean? So, to me, you got different categories of aces, but I was blessed to I bred Lady Stone to Willis Ike, and I got a bitch out of there. I named her Ginger, but most anybody that knew anything about her or seen her, man, I'm telling you, buddy.
Ginger was a bad bitch.
Man, I'm telling you.
Ginger was a bad motherfucker.
The first time I rode her, and this no lie, the dog Sadie, and this is another reason why I knew I would whoop Tornado, is I put Sadie on Ginger the first time I rode.
You told me that. You said Ginger beat ass.
Man, Ginger bit that bitch, and that bitch fell out uncut. I thought the bitch was dead. Then she bit that motherfucker one time. I'm talking about one time in the chest, and she I'm talking about just fell. I mean, completely over. And I was like, and I let her stay on her for a little bit. I said, damn, is this bitch dead or what? So then I broke them off, and I tried to get Sadie off the ground, but she wouldn't get up. So I kept on messing with her, and I brought her back. Gave her some Solia Del Cortez, brought her out. I don't know if she was in shock or what. But I had never seen that before. So I thought it was a fluke. I said, man, ain't no way a dog bite like this. It's just no way. And after all the times I tried to, about 8 or 9 times, I said, man, the hell with that. It's time. And I mean, she did the same thing, you know. I said, it's time to go on and get busy. And we did. And we won a couple. And on her third one, we was going out. And the kid that I had helping me at the time, he left in the hot-ass building with all the doors and the windows closed. And
that's what happened to Ginger?
Yeah, that's what happened, man. He cried. Yeah, man. She had a heat stroke in there, man. And man, he cried, man. He apologized to me. I said, little bro, don't worry about it. I said, you know, we all make mistakes, but I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. Then I had a double breeded male off some ZEBO stuff. It was a brother's sister breed, and that was Batman, but he was just stupid, you know what I mean? I thought he was. And every time you put him out there, you know, he just let something beat him up. And we got a mail from Mr. Lopez down there, and my buddy did Jam, and he said, man, let's roll him on. I said, yeah, bring him on. Brought him on. Man, that Joker got on Batman nuts, and good God, man. I said, damn. They said, you better get him off. I said, hell, he need to get him off shit. Hell, he need to get him off. And man, he stayed on his nuts, man. And they said, man, you better get him off, man. Get him off. I was like, shit, let him go and take some of that shit a little bit. And so eventually we got him off. And when we got him off, then we turned him loose. And so I said, well, I'll take him on back to the crib. Took him on back. And man, he was screaming, you know, but it looked like golf ball. No, not golf ball. It looked like 2 big oranges back there on him. And so I got him healed up and everything. And from that day on, everything I put him on, that's what he did. Same thing. Go right up under him. And man, I mean, it made your stomach hurt to watch him do it, man, because the whole time a dog, and this was the funny part, he would let a dog bite him. I'm talking about he would let him, but he gonna get them nuts now. He gonna he would let you bite him anywhere, but boy, when he hit them nuts, he closed his eyes. He would close his eyes. Hey, look, we were somewhere and well, everybody know, but we ain't gonna call no names. But anyway, so they done invited all these important people because, you know, they just gonna rag us out, right? You know? Man, I cut Batman loose, boy. That old dog just, oh man, he put holes from Batman head to his ass, you know? Batman messed around and caught them nuts. I said, hell, y'all can go on and pay me now. I said, because he ain't gonna let him go.
That's right.
And then the Joker gonna tell me, "Are you foul?" I said, "How the fuck you say I'm foul? I ain't doing it. The dog doing it. Yeah, talk to him. Talk to him about this." So we
Ain't that a
we've seen some strange things and some things that kind of make you sick too. You know what I mean? But all in all, you got different levels of aces because you got aces with different styles. But you know, one thing about an ace, when you cut him loose, he gonna win.
That's right.
Yeah, they don't make me sick. I don't get sick.
yeah, me either.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was schooling him, man, and he would do that, I was like, God damn, man.
It hits a nerve. It hits a nerve. But you know, we butcher so many animals, man. We hunt, kill so many animals.
But we talking about our testicles. You know what I'm saying? That's a sensitive area, man.
Yeah.
And he only thing he did is help the SPCA neuter dogs. That's all.
That's it. Yeah, he did. Yeah. But you know, castrate 300 calves and see, then you might change your mind.
Hey, I'm gonna say this though. This is funny though. I'm gonna say this, then we'll move on. Fat Bill had him first, and because he had bad ears, Fat Bill said he didn't want him. And I stopped both of Bolero brothers with him.
Shut him down.
Dang.
I thought that's why he put a nuts up out of him, but tell him black and blue.
Did you breed him, Boone? Did he produce more like that?
Man, I got some damn good dogs. That's when them dogs there is when I had the flood. I had about 6 of them. Every damn one of them could bite. I had 6 of them, and I'm talking about when they was like 14, 15 months old. Man, I cut them up. Oh my God, I couldn't believe that the mouth, cause he ain't have no mouth.
Right.
He ain't have no mouth, but them damn puppies he threw. Oh my God, man. But that's when I found out that deep in my backyard, I was in a floodplain, but I didn't know. You know, I didn't realize it. And it was New Year's Eve. And we went out and went to some friend's house, took the kids. You know how it is. You go over to family and you take your kids and everything. And so we come back home, and I heard the hungry man, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like, damn. I done drank some damn liquor and shit, man. I done smoked a little weed. You know what I mean? I'm like, God damn, it's damn 1 o'clock in the morning, man. Damn dog barking. I'm like, damn hungry. And I knew who it was. I said, damn, hungry, I'm going to come and holler at you in the morning, man. I'll be down there in the morning. I'm a little tipsy, get a little sleep here, you know. Man, I go to sleep. I wake up. I said, damn, let me get down here, see what's going on. I get down there, man. All I see is water. Don't see no dogs. So instantly, you know, I'm like, oh, man. I just go jump in the water like a damn fool. I go in the water, the damn water come up to my neck. I said, fuck. I feel the current is pulling, you know, it's kind of, I'm trying to fight to stand straight up, right? I said, man, a fucking snake or anything could bite my blood. Let me get the fuck out of here. but I want to get my dogs. Do you understand where my mind is? My mind has got me to get my dogs, because my dogs is underwater. You know, not even there. Well, you know, they dead, man, if they under that much water. You know what I mean? Because all of them was on the chain. No, I had them on cable. I had them on cable back then. Man, I had like about 15 cable runs. Oh, man, boy, let me tell you, boy. I pulled them up. It was out that cable, boy. Man, they look like they've been in a horse race. You know what I mean? That's how they would look. But anyway, man, I lost 32 dogs like that in the flood. And I'm talking about some badass bulldogs too, man. I mean, man, I was so sick, man. I was so sick. I had some brothers and sisters off of Crazy Red, and but the only thing saved Crazy Red I had him at another house that I had, and if I hadn't had him there, I wouldn't have had had my blood, and then some of my other ones that I had bred, I had some of them other places, but yeah. But go ahead, man. Hell, I done got lost, man. Go ahead.
All good, all good.
It's all good. Shit.
Caliango Kennels, I hope I pronounced your name right. Salute to you, the Super Chat fam. He says, respect to the panel. Historically speaking, at the time Buck and Yellow were producing, did the contemporary dog men recognize their quality? Anybody remember Yellow and Buck? I think y'all was out the game when they came out, wasn't y'all? Mr. Garcia?
No, they was around when I was around, but I really wasn't familiar with them dogs at the time, so maybe somebody else can answer. You can look up their, they used to advertise. Pat used to advertise Yellow, and he put all the offspring that he produced. He'd have a list, kind of like Carver did.
Mm-hmm.
Did one, this and that. He used to put 80%. He got 80% dogs out of Yellow, and then Buck. We know this, so maybe somebody else can answer.
Well, a lot of those dogs was around back in the 80s, and a lot of people done good with them. But this the thing, and I always go back to this, is every line you can find, you're going to find success in them, and then you're going to find non-success. It's in every line. So, it just, whoever... the Bulldogs has always been who and I've never been like this. Who hyped on what? Everybody follow the hype. Hit that mother. He got it. Yeah. Oh, I paid $1,000. Oh, I paid $3,000. I paid. Oh no, you ain't seen that yet. I paid 10 stacks. You know what I mean? There's that. Well, that don't make it. You got a better bulldog than the next man that didn't pay nothing.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's what the animal possess as he go through his journey and what he give you. You know what I mean? I don't care how much you pay for him. You know what I mean? They're gonna do one of the four: win, lose, draw, or be picked up.
Sure.
One of the four they gonna do. You can move on.
What's your take on that, Brother Bot?
Pretty much what brother just already said.
Okay. Ram?
Shit, I didn't start paying attention to that cross until MACHOBUCK started becoming popular. It was hard enough just getting past the dog men in my state, what they good ass dogs, let alone just hearing about some shit that's from a whole nother region, bro. Most dog men is like that, not to take nothing away from them dogs or that cross, but when you really in the fucking lanes doing it, your competition is hard to get by. You ain't worrying about what, like OG Boone just alluded to, what's got the hype on it. Shit. This motherfucker around the corner, his dogs is all the hype, He the one busting ass. You ain't give a fuck about what Buck and Yellow was doing. Your yard, you focused on that in your competition. In your mind, you're like, fuck them dogs. I'll kill them. You bring one over here. Whether that be true or not, that's just how a serious competitor thinks, bro. I'll kill that
That's
shit.
the truth. That's the truth.
Hell yeah, fuck them dogs. I'll kill that shit. You bring one over here. Quit playing. And years later, you'd be like, oh, damn, that motherfucker was producing. Let me try to get some of that. After you was just talking about killing it. That's just how it go, though, man. That's not no knock on nobody dogs.
You still can kill them and still go buy some of it. Cause I did.
Yeah.
I killed Blondie.
But he went out and gave him as a bitch. I'm finna get some of that.
when we stopped Blondie, that's what made me go buy them 2 Jeep bitches. Cause I said, if a bulldog put out the way she did, biting the way she did, and then took that ass whooping like she did, I said, I need to get me a couple puppies off that shit.
That's how that shit goes. Now you fast forward. Now I got a couple dogs bred like that, you know, with the buck and the yellow and shit. Love them to death.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Salute to Demetrius in the super chat. Appreciate the love, family. Thank you for your support.
Salute.
Salute, Demetrius.
Salute.
Wicked Kennels in the super chat coming through with the 10-piece chicken nugget. Salute to your homie. Thank you for your
support. Wicked Kennels to the maximum.
Wicked man.
Zachariah 23 back up in here in the super chat. Coming through every week. Salute to your homie. He says, salute fellow lovers of the great American Pit Bull Terrier. What's the panel's saddest and happiest moment they can remember dealing with the dogs in the past? Saddest and happiest moment. Interesting question. Let me start with you, Brother Bach. Do you know off the top of your head saddest and happiest moment?
Yep, with the same fucking dog. Happiest moment was getting Tyrone. The saddest motherfucker was losing.
Man. Yeah. Yes, sir. And salute to my brother BFTB Boxing in the building. Salute to you, homie. I see you going hard Kennels reloaded in the building. Salute.
Great digger, what up?
Hey,
if y'all ever want to see a grown man cuss out another grown man and the grown man getting cussed out just sitting there taking it like a bitch, subscribe to BFTB.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker is a grave digger troll killer. You'll love it.
BFTB annihilate people. Annihilate them.
I love it. BFTB, best fight the best, my brother.
Let me go up and get his him on the screen here. Yeah, he annihilate people, man.
Hey, he ain't no little nigga for everybody who try him like that. I got a picture of the nigga. The nigga look like he got some fucking fake ass Popeye arms. That's how swole the motherfucker is.
I told you, bro, when I met BF and I shook his hand, you know how you shake his person's hand and you lean in with your shoulder, I bounced right off of him like a wall.
Hell yeah.
Ridiculous. All right, let me get back.
I got PTSD from the war, so don't go pull up on him on no bullshit because he got a built-in excuse.
Absolutely.
Oh shit.
So, Ram, let me go to you. The saddest and happiest moment that you can remember dealing with the dogs in the past.
Happiest moment, shit, I had a lot of them motherfuckers, man. I had a lot of good dogs, bro. Fucking say my most recent memorable one though was stopping one who had a 2-time winner against my first time outer. And there's a big, well-known kennel motherfucker still buy dogs from him right now. There's probably half the people in the chat either looking for it or got some of the shit, so they go put their name out of there. But I was happy as fuck because my bitch had a 4 mouth first time out, but she had a 10 everything else. We slammed that bitch all around the box for about 18 minutes. That shit tried to hop the box, got pulled back in there and fucking quit on scratching. I was happy at that. Saddest moment, I went back to school. I gave all my dogs away. One of my favorite bitch, I gave away to my partner. And he ended up just fucking the bitch off. Bitch ended up losing a leg and all kind of shit over there. I started to beat the brake pads off that motherfucker over that shit. But I gave it to him. It was his dog to do as he pleased. But that's one of the reasons why motherfucker can't get a piece of dog shit from me, let alone a dog. You see, I'm still salty about that. I might go fucking light that nigga fucking house on fire or something.
I hear that.
Just thinking about it.
What's your take on that, Roster Man Boone? The saddest and happiest moment.
There's been some sad moments and there's been some great moments. One of the greatest moments I can speak on was a TYRONE dog was sick. And, me, being driven by the bulldogs the way I've always been, I told Buck, he said, well, we're going to pay the forfeit. Man, fuck that shit, man. I said, a goddamn 50% Tyrone is better than 100% of most of these motherfuckers around here, man. The hell we going to pay a forfeit for? Let's go in here and kill these motherfuckers shit, get this goddamn money, and get the hell out of here. What? Man, come on here. Bring your ass on here. Come on here, man. And I'm so glad Tyrone won, because me and the nigga might have been fighting if he didn't. So you'd have about 600 pounds of goddamn bulldogs going on.
No bullshit at that time. Oh, shit.
But I was real adamant about it.
Right.
I didn't feel the moment. I felt like we had it won because, you know, we already know the dog been prepared to do battle. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the difference between working and being prepared to do battle. The two different things. Anybody can work, but are you ready to do battle? See, study about what it takes to be prepared to do battle and then understand what it takes to work. Two different things.
Mm-hmm.
See, when the Marines go in, they clear out for everybody.
That's right.
You see?
Yes, sir.
That's what we're talking about. So, you know, but, and then, let's see, the saddest moment is when my dogs drowned, and then when they came and made up a lie to take
the dog. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was a hell of a yard you had too. Shit.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, man. To watch that, man.
What caused the flood, OG? Was it what, the levee broke or the rain, or what was it that made it flood that much?
It rained that whole damn week, man. It just rained. It just rained so heavy, man. And I didn't know that damn creek would come up like 15 feet, 20 feet. You know what I mean? I didn't know that shit. You know, like the creek is like half of my property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is like, it starts from the back and comes all the way around to the front. Matter of fact, it goes past my house all the way around to another. Man, that motherfucker come all the way from town all the way back around. That son bitch goes all the way around. And so when that water came up, you know, the creek is about what? 10, 15 feet deep without water. I mean, with, you know, low, maybe about 2 feet of water, something like that. In some areas might be a little bit deeper. But I never suspect that it would come. That shit came to the power lines. So we talking about what? 30 feet?
Yeah.
God damn, that's a lot of water.
Man, and like a fool, I ran out there. When I seen it, I just broke out. I broke out into the water, and that shit got to my neck. I said, shit, let me get the hell out of here. I turned back around. And had to wait, man. And then the next day, all of them was on the chain, blowed up. You know, all of them. Not the next day. It took a couple of days for the water to retrieve and, you know, and move on. And all of them was right there, man. I was like, damn, every damn one. And I'm talking about everything was on fire. I had them Jeep crosses with the REDBOY stuff. I had the ZEBO crosses with my Batman dog, off my Batman dog. And matter of fact, you know, this is what let me know that REDBOY dogs had mounts. We had the ones that come off Bam Bam and Ike. I rolled them against the ones that come off of Batman. And matter of fact, we had went to a show, and so everybody was talking about the show, and I wasn't trying to be funny, and then I said, but damn, man, I said, I got some damn puppies bite harder than them motherfuckers. I said, shit. I said, I tell you what, yeah, come on over here, let me show you some shit. Man, we get down there, man. I pulled two of them motherfuckers, man. It was so bloody. Man, they both of the dogs were blood. Then I put them up, and then I grabbed 2 more. I said, let me check these out. Same thing. And yeah, man. So that's what it was, man. I didn't know, and but I don't. After all that, and then when they came and took my dogs, I had them up on high ground. You know what I mean? And so I have yet to ever put another dog down there. And matter of fact, I don't have no dogs now at all. But man, that thing hurt so bad, bro. You had 30-something dogs, man, and you can't even see them. All you can see is water. That's all I could see was water, man. And then some of the happy moments, like I said, when we won with Tyrone, I was happy. But, we all made money. Everybody was just happy, man. We just,
Right.
the old posse back then, Fat Bill and Buck and me, we all kind of hanging together. We just having fun, man. And Fat Bill usually an asshole. You know what I mean? He always been an asshole. You know what I mean? That motherfucker crazy, man. Fat Bill is crazy. And Fat Bill said, man, I'm gonna mail the motherfucker a shovel. I said, you gonna do what? Said, I'm gonna mail him a shovel. I said, why the hell you gonna do that? Because I gotta get on his skin before the thing.
That's some top shelf trolling right there. Motherfucker send you a shovel, goddamn. That's some high level shit.
Let me get a quick word from our sponsors real quick.
Okay.
One of the most anticipated dog breedings has finally been confirmed. The pups from this pairing of Zeta and DMX will be born very soon. We are now accepting deposits. Our pups will come with ears cropped and a 2-year health guarantee. Get ahead of the pack on purchasing a puppy by contacting NWA Cane Corsos on Instagram at NWA Cane Corsos. Call or text 479-326-1603 with any questions. A guard dog is your first line of defense. These will be the right pups for the job.
Good old nickel biting dog right there, boy.
That's
what we all need.
Man stopper for sure. Let me go to you, Mr. Garcia, on that question. That same question.
Got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Probably the saddest part was a dog named Blockhead. He was my boy. I love that dog, man. Real tight Jeep dog. I rolled him against his half brother, and at the time, all my dogs were related, And his half brother, a dog named Conan, he was a real hard biter, and he punctured Blockhead's lungs. But Blockhead stopped him in about 15 minutes, just a roll. And I thought he was going to be okay. Next day, he was all right. Day after that, he was all right. The third day, he ended up, he just died. That was heartbreaking. Probably the best feeling was when Bill was a one-time winner, and he beat LA Dream Team's champion, Jesse James, in 48 minutes. It was kind of a blowout, kind of one-sided,
I gotta say this. So you beat that Jesse James dog?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. You talking about the Jesse James dog that came from the East Coast outside, right? Or you talking about?
No. West Coast, yeah.
One in Cali.
He was
in Cali, bro.
Yeah. They had a lot of boomerang blood, and most of their dogs were white with patches on them, which you get that with the boomerang dogs. They'll start turning white. They were real active, man. They probably did 10 to 15 dogs a year.
Yeah.
And that's just the dogs. So you figure how many matches they could have done, 20, 30, whatever it was. But they average at least, between 10 and 15 dogs a year. Jesse became an ROM. He had 2 short wins and then a win over an hour. And Bill just went through him, man. Too strong, too fast. And that was a good feeling. Afterwards, here's a little side story. Bill belonged to my son. So afterwards, they wanted to buy him. And I told them, he's not my dog. And my son was about 12 years old. I said, if you want to buy, you got to talk to my son. That's his dog. So they go to my son. They offered him $5,000 and a puppy. He told him I wouldn't sell him for $1 million. Then they come back to me, Richard, your son won't. It's his dog, man. I ain't gonna tell him what to do. He raised that dog. He conditioned him, all that. So he just turned it down. He didn't care about the money. That was his dog, you know.
Fuck them 5Gs and I'll make my own pup.
Yeah, exactly. Money is fleeting. You know that. You know, it's here one day and you spend it, you use it. We need it and all that, but that dog meant a lot to him, man.
Ram, what was your happiest and saddest moment?
Already answered that.
Okay, my bad, brother.
My saddest moment had me wanting to light a nigga house on fire still years later.
Right. I went to you first, I think.
You want to revisit that? I just called down from it.
No, that ad threw me off. Trey Brown in the super chat showing love. Appreciate the support, brother. He says salute to the panel. Question: why is Peter able to get away with being so hypocritical as they supposed to be non-profit?
Well, we don't know nothing about that. I don't think we're interested in them, are we?
No, fuck Peter.
Yeah, right. Leave that alone. Yeah.
Peter full of shit. Peter sit back. I'm gonna say this. This is me talking, ain't nobody else. Peter talk all this shit about these dogs like they love animals, and they kill more animals than anybody else.
That's right.
Peter, these motherfuckers, and they protect people that want to fuck animals. Weirdos out here trying to fuck animals. Peter ain't got nothing to say about them, but they talking about somebody who got a pit bull. Fuck Peter.
Yeah, I ain't with none of that Beastie Boy shit. That's gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he wanted it because he was smiling at me. Little weirdos, people.
A better question somebody asked in the chat, so we could answer this, is what's the best thing to use against a rub? And I say fucking a fist, a bullet, motherfucking honesty, manhood, integrity. If motherfucker ain't got none of that, then don't fuck with them. You know?
Yeah. I'll say something about that last question. I'll give an example, not about PETA, but just a general example. Vegans proclaim this, vegetarian, they proclaim this and that, right? And what makes people like that hypocritical is with vegans and vegetarians is for them to eat, they don't eat meat, they don't eat fish, eggs, none of that, milk, dairy, none of that, right? Thousands and thousands of animals have to be killed. Just like when you build cities or you build houses or buildings, whatever it is, you're going to kill a lot of animals and you're going to displace a lot of animals. Because if you're involved in that industry, you got to clear the land at some point. You got to rip the land up. You got to plant. You got to spray. You got to all kinds of stuff. So insects are killed. Bees are killed. Rabbits are killed. Coyotes are killed. Squirrels are killed. Anything that's there, you have to clear the land. And you're either going to kill them or they're going to get the hell out of there. That's the hypocrisy of it. And another thing is, like when they talk about cattle, you know, dairy, this and that, you can substitute, you don't need them, or meat or whatever, you know. That's not the only thing that cattle are used for. They use cattle in motor oil. They use it to make tires. They use it for your LEDs on your phone. I probably mentioned this before, there's a disease that children get that they need to have cattle, so they extract something from cattle to cure that disease. Same with pigs, you know. People, you know, they don't want to kill pigs. Well, in the past, it's probably different now, but in the past, that's where they got insulin from to treat diabetes. So when that's the hypocritical part. Two things. If you're vegan, you still got to kill animals, millions of them. It happens all the time because there's millions of acres of farmland and agriculture. So that's one part. The second part is the animal that we're processing, that we're using for food or whatever. That's not the only thing we use it for. Every part of that cow, regardless of its meat or dairy, is used, from the bones to the teeth to the eyeballs to the nose, tail, everything. And it's not just for food. you know. So that's an example related to the other question.
Yes, sir.
Great answer.
Unbiased
Thank you, bro.
talk in the super chat. Appreciate the support. He says, bro, I thought you stopped making videos. I get no notifications because YouTube hate my guts, bro. What you gotta do is make sure you subscribe to the channel and you have your notifications on. And if you got the notifications on, take the notifications off. Click that bell icon, take the notifications off, refresh the page, and then turn them back on. And you should get them for at least a couple more months before they fuck me over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how they do. But your best bet is to check my channel, bro. You know we do Game Dog Talk on Sundays. Check it out on Sunday, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're here for anything else, Monday through Saturday, I'm talking about some sports. So you gotta check the channel, homie. Appreciate you though. Timothy Carter in the super chat. Appreciate the love coming through with the 10-piece chicken nugget. He says, Boone, did you get to see Caroline Rose on the yard or her offspring? How did they act?
Oh man, that's what all my dogs have in them. Is Carolina Rose. I mean, love them dogs. Ike and Bam Bam came off Carolina Rose. We matched a whole lot of dogs. Hell, Grand Champion Jason come down off them. You know, my bruiser dog got some of that stuff in him. He was a 4-time winner. He lost his last one. Let's see. You know, True. That little male I had named True. He was a bad little something, and just everything on my yard had that stuff in them. Just everything. You know, I crossed it up with the ZEBO stuff. I had the ZEBO dogs first, and Mr. Whitley got to talking about getting the Carolina Rose stuff. So I told him, I said, well, yeah, go ahead and get them. And then the little story behind it is when he got them, Jack told him he'll let him know how to breed them. And so he told me that, and I was like, wait a minute, man. You bought both dogs? He said, yeah. I said, well, then how the hell you gonna let the man tell you how to breed them then? Well, that's what Jack said. Oh, man, fuck that shit, man. I said, listen, man. Go on and feed them 2 dogs right there, man. And let me buy half the litter. Or let me buy as many I want, you know? And he was like, no. Jack said, man, come on, man. So we kept going back and forth. And then he finally said, you know, yeah, I'm going to breed them. And so that's how the Whitley dogs started, you know, from Ike and Bam Bam. And then we took them on, took 2 or 3 on the road. And them dogs that I was telling you about that could bite real hard, they come off them 2 litters. I had about 3 off the first litter and then about 3 off the second litter. And I'm telling you, man, them dogs were special. And so I love the family of dogs. The only thing about them, they so psychotic and crazy. You got to get them used to doing something other than figuring out something on their own, because they real intense. You know, they real intense, and I love it. I love that part because, you know, as far as the action, they be crazy for it. You know what I mean? You know, they want to get there. They want to stay there, no matter how you know. Back in the day, no matter how bad you beat them up or whatever, they right there. They happy, you know. And so that's what I loved about them. And that's why I say, and you know, I used to think, and this is no lie, I used to think they was the only dogs that would be that happy. That's what I used to think. But as you go through your journey, you will see that you'll run into some just as happy as they are. You just, you know, you just, I don't know what the percentages are from them, but I know if you got 10 or 12 of them, at least 8 or 9 of them going to be, you know, high spirited. You know what I mean? So, you know, it could be less or it could be more, but yeah, that's what I thought about them guys. And then too, you know, the people were saying they didn't have mouth. Well, the ones that I got off the 2 litters, shit, them boy, they can shut it. And so that's what made me a fan of them. Not only were they dead game, but they could hurt you too. And matter of fact, you know, I hope nobody don't get upset about this, but you know, my busy dog, I sold that to a guy, and he bred it with Irish Jerry, and then Irish Jerry started breeding. And I think Mona Watts got a bunch of them dogs down off the JJ dog. If any of y'all know anything about the JJ dog, then he got busy as a part of his foundation. That's who started, and she comes straight off my yard. I bred busy, and but anyway, you know, so if you see them JJ dogs, you know, you see a little bit of boom out there. You know.
Nice.
Right. We got salute to the brother Unbiased Talk back in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says, I gotta go back and watch hella videos, but I can't wait to catch up. Yes, sir. Anybody that's going through that, make sure y'all do what I told y'all to do, man. Hit that, take the bell icon off, refresh the page, turn it back on, man, because YouTube been fucking me over like that, man. That's what they do. They don't like my subject matter.
How many vids you have? 7, 8. How many you got?
Videos total?
Yeah, the dog one.
Or Game Dog Talk or everything.
Yeah, Game Dog Talk. Yeah. Game Dog Talk.
This is the 109th. This is the 109th show, and they're all
nice.
on the playlist. They're all on the playlist on my channel.
Ooh, man.
Woodall in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says, okay, hey, we're gonna come back to that question, bro, because that's related to something, one of the questions. Let me go to this question here. I'm gonna save yours. Brother Bach, I'm gonna go to you on this one. This question is specifically for Bach. He says, how was Grand Champion Flop Flop's brood production?
Well, she didn't get bred a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because she was campaigning all the way until she was 7. So she only got very limited breedings. And you know, wasn't really I can't even tell you like it's been a whole lot to be able to follow to see how they really went. You know what I'm saying? I just know some of them were nice, the ones that I heard about. Because again, I didn't have Flop Flop. Remember, I told you I didn't want the bitch. I was mad that he didn't kill her and the whole litter when they was, remember, so I didn't have her. She was just bred off of my male and female.
Right. Okay. Yes, sir. This next question here is, how often has a cur produced a good dog? And did said dog go on to produce good dogs? All right, Mr. Garcia.
It happens quite often. It happened quite often, you know. As far as, you know, you'd have to follow the breedings after that to see that, and that's a problem I've talked about before. You know, nobody keeps fucking records. But like Rastaman mentioned before, you know, just because a dog quit don't mean it can't produce. And there's been tons of them that have done that. With that being said, I always go back to my standard. I didn't keep dogs quit, and I wouldn't breed them. And not only that, if there was something I didn't like about a particular dog, I wouldn't breed them, even though I competed with them. That's just me. That's the way I am. But to answer the question, bunch of them.
Yes, sir. All right. Let me go to Rastaman Boone on that question now. How often has a cur produced good dogs, and did the said dog produce good dogs?
Okay. Mr. Whitley bred Sandy to Rifle. They threw Sonny. Sonny was the dog that beat Grand Champion Hugo. Rifle was a pure cur. Mr. Whitley called me one day. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "I ain't doing nothing." He said, "Come up here right now. Right now, come up here." I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Just come on up here." So I get there. He said, "If you don't take this dog here, I'm going to kill him." I said, "What'd he do?" He said, "He bit me, and I don't want him no more." So I said, "Okay, good." I said, "Damn, man, we got something to check out." You know what I mean? So grabbed Rifle, took him to one of my buddy's houses. We put him down. He quit. I said, "Well, I'll be damned." And, you know, but hell, he had us. Let's see, what's it? Jaggler, Jack. So it's a lot of people got Whitley dogs that done got champions and grand champions like Stan the Man. You know, it's a lot of the Ghetto Boys. Even you could just go around and look in people pedigrees. There's a lot of guys got the dogs down off the Whitley stuff. A lot of them, I don't know if they knew or don't know, but they know now, I guess, that Rifle quit. But he threw some damn good dogs that went on to be successful. So that's why I say, you know, you could take one that don't do that well, but that don't mean he can't produce, you know? And so, and if we've seen that, and there's so many of them out there, I can't tell you all the champions and the grand champions that come down off this line, but they out there, and then there's a bunch of people that have the stuff that, you know, a lot of times people be like, "Well, darn, I don't hear about the dogs," because the people don't want you to know how they bred. Most people, once they figure out a little flavor or whatever it is they want to call it, sauce or whatever, I don't know, the secret sauce, whatever, you know, but they use these lines because they want a certain thing. You know, they know they're going to get a certain drive or a certain character, or, you know, a certain finish, you know, a certain amount of gameness, you know, and so, but yeah, man, you could take a one that lose. Well, hell, I remember we was at a show, and this is no lie. We was at a show, and this been years ago, and they had a female. She quit. I watched her quit. Everybody there seen her quit, and you know, next thing I know, I seen it in the journal. She lost game. And man, they done bred the hell out of that dog, and she got champions and shit off that dog, man. Shit. Hey, bro. Hey, you know, it happens, man. You know what I mean? So it ain't like it can't happen. It happens. It's just a matter of what, you know, what you're doing and who you're doing it with. We can move on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome down, Rap. Big step in your take.
My bad.
Give me some of that shit, man. God damn, you been coughing all night, man. I need to cough too, motherfucker.
You don't want none of this. This ain't just no regular weed, Ray. This dabs.
Man, I need this shit, man. So I can get irie, man. I need to get irie.
Hell yeah. Shit, all you gotta do is come see your boy, man. I got you. But shit, it can happen. Like all the OGs said. Sometimes it happened on accident. Sometimes it happened after the fact. Sometimes motherfucker don't care and just breed them curve motherfuckers and get some hell of a dogs. I seen the motherfucker take 2 dogs I seen quit on the same show, and he kept them and they accidentally got stuck. And a couple years later, they're coming out with a champion off them 2 curve motherfuckers. Granted, that shit didn't produce like he was, and he was the only good dog out his whole litter. But the motherfucker still got a champion on the books. You know, I would never breed to him. And if I seen you getting ready to back your bitch up to him back then, I'd have told you don't do that. Them motherfucking parents quit. Like, them motherfuckers walked off the job, quit. So it happens though, you know. All these dogs got fucking curs in them. It's not one pedigree.
Right.
I'll fucking pull up that it's not at least 2 or 3 curs in that motherfucker that we know about. It's probably more that motherfuckers ain't said shit about. It's every hell of a dog from back then till right goddamn now. Whoever at the top right now, I don't know. But if we was to pull up his pedigree, there's gonna be some curs in that motherfucker in the first 4 generations.
You got to put a little dirt in the pedigree to make the shit worth something.
That's real shit, OG.
That's a
Real,
whole thing.
That's what they told me when I got in. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to have little shit in your pedigree.
Hey, put it like this: the best soul food I ever ate had Jerry Curl juice activated kid all over that motherfucker. Okay.
Delicious as a motherfucker.
Oh shit.
That was the main ingredient. That was the secret sauce ingredient to any soul food joint across the fucking 80s and early 90s. If you didn't have the drip in that motherfucker of sweat and motherfucking Jerry Curl juice and your motherfucking greens and every fucking thing else, you didn't have no soul food.
Literally, no soul glow in the food.
Yeah.
No shit trash. Get this shit out of here.
Oh boy.
That's fucked
Who
up.
made this shit? Dave from up.
Go ahead, Bob. Finish, man.
that soft shit
Hey.
looking at.
Hey, y'all already mentioned, like, and just be honest. I mean, seriously, like, some of the best dogs we ever had came off curs, man. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna say this: a dude was telling me, and I ain't gonna mention no names, but dude was telling me his girlfriend had got some motherfucking blue ass bully, and it got stuck to one of his fucking bitches. He called himself giving the motherfuckers away. His wife said, "No, fuck that. I'm getting $25 a piece." So anyway, she sold them to some people. Well, lo and behold, the motherfuckers looked like bulldogs. So it made it to a well-known motherfucking dog man. Well, he got 3 champions off of them motherfuckers. 3 champions, and my man refuses to tell that motherfucker, because they don't speak, that that's his shit he bred. And the motherfuckers around there then put fake papers on the motherfucker saying that since they don't know what it's bred, and put some shit on it saying what it is. And that motherfucker is straight blue bully bred to some fucking some shit, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, and the motherfuckers is producing winners. They're producing winners. And if the dude knew what he had, he probably want to get rid of his whole yard, because he's a shown up bulldog, man. But he don't know what it is, and he's that motherfucker think them motherfuckers, and they producing, bruh. Okay? And then the motherfucker, and then when you see him, you'd be like, wait, is that a blue in that? But look at the 10 on that motherfucker. Be like, well, I don't know. Motherfucker, that's a blue. So, and they look blue. Motherfuckers got the 10 on them and everything.
Right.
Okay? And they winning like I'm talking about winning like a motherfucker. And they are fucking half bully. Motherfucking.
Man, I don't want to see none of y'all niggas having accidental game bred bully breedings all of a sudden now, man. That worked out for him.
They already doing it, Ram. They doing it already, Ram.
I'm just trying to tell them that's not the exception.
Yeah.
Let them do that. Let them do that. Let somebody run a score up on their asses. Let somebody run a score up on their asses with that shit. It can happen. Because like I say, on Patreon, I'm going to tell y'all some shit. Because I've seen some dogs that I know for a fact was not full game bred dogs. And them motherfuckers was crushing shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, it happens. Weird ass shit like that can happen sometimes. Yeah. Woodall in the super chat, appreciate the love. He said, He said, which dog or which cur threw the best good dogs? Because he corrected it in the chat. Yeah, which cur? That was just a typo. Salute, homie. Yes, sir.
Which cur?
Which cur?
I guess
threw the best
about
good dogs.
Which historical cur threw the best dogs?
But shit.
Let's go to you, Rastaman, on that. I mean, technically, I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead, Rastaman.
No. So which cur threw the best game? Good
dog. Like which cur that ended up getting bred? Like,
okay, well, I didn't breed them, but
get that first.
yeah. I mean, I'm just being straight. You know, let's see. Which cur? Well, you know, like I said, Rifle was a cur. But look at all the Whitley dogs in the world. All them dogs come down off of Rifle and Ginger. I mean, say Rifle and Sandy. And so, you know, but look at the quality dogs here. We had one, the Win 3. But see, the difference with my stuff is I bought the dogs before Rifle and them came. So, but I ain't gonna lie, I did breed some dogs down off this stuff, you know, and because, like I said, I like the family, you know, the Carolina Rose family, and but my dogs came off the ones before Rifle, which were Carolina Rose and Ike, and Ike wasn't no cur, so. You know, but it took Ike's daughter and bred to Rifle, and Rifle was a Yellow John JOCKO REDBOY dog, and so you know, that's Mr. Whitley wanted to make that cross with that line, and that's how them dogs came about. But yeah.
You talking about the Rifle to Ginger breeding that produced Jack?
Yeah.
And them dogs? Yeah.
Yeah. But see, they bred Rifle to Sandy. Okay? They bred Rifle to Sandy, and I think, yeah, he bred Ike to Sandy and got Ginger, which she was triple breded, double breded. And but if you pull up the pedigrees, you'll see what I'm talking about. And but you know, and then let's see who else. Well, I ain't gonna lie. The bitch. Let's see now, Batman. What's his mama? Crystal and Blackjack. Okay, Batman came off of Crystal and Blackjack, and I think Blackjack he quit, but Crystal was a bad bitch. That was a hard biting, rough bitch. She was bad. I liked her. And but Batman, you know, he didn't have no mouth, but he was dead game. But when I bred him, matter of fact, I bred him to like a cousin, which was down on. She was a female I had off of Misty. And I think was it Smokey? No, it wasn't Smokey. It was who was that daddy? I can't remember, man. This shit been so long ago, man. But anyway, I bred Batman to a cousin of his, and that's why I got them hard biting ass damn dogs that drown. And so. You know, that's, you know, just work different ways. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of guys got stories like mine and everybody on the panel. You know what I mean? Just a matter of some people just telling the truth. And, you know, I remember back then, you know, back in the day, people didn't talk about the dogs that quit.
That's true. Hell no, fuck them niggas. Shit. On to the next, because you expect that. No fucking body up here went into the dogs thinking that everything was finna be great. And if you did, you soon found out that majority of these motherfuckers is curves.
So so it was. See, to me, the goodness of the game was you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The judge, the misjudged, the upset, the unhappy, you know, all that. You know what I mean? All that. You know, the work, you know, preparation, you know, all that. It's adrenaline flowing, you know what I mean? To create and develop you to be who you are. And you know, and you don't want to see nothing bad happen to nobody, because you want to, you know, because it's everything about competing and it's bulldog driven. You know, you bulldog driven. You know what I mean? And you love it, and you're happy about it, and you're enthused that you're meeting different people that like what you like. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
and all this stuff, man. And then you build a relationship. You know, not so much where you around one another every day or you talk to one another every day, but it's a relationship that's everlasting. Like me and Bob, we've been vibing. I remember when I first met Bob, you know, Bob, you could tell he looked like he just come off the football field, big with his chest all stuck out and shit. And I'm like, damn, okay, young boy over there, you know. And then he come over there, you know, we made our bet, you know what I mean? And he vibed me, he's saying this, I'm saying that. You know, I'm just meditating on the action, you know what I mean? And I'm betting with the home team, thinking they're going to win, but I can see, but I told Floyd, rest his soul, man, damn good guy, but he drank himself to killing himself, having accidents and cars, you know what I mean? But damn good guy. And I was like, man, I said, man, you know he can go damn dog. He always goes up. He gonna do better, man, get it better. I'm like, okay, but no, that's the thing. We believe in our friends and we give them opportunity. And not only that, I've always believed it. Give man opportunity. Man, want to try something, let him try, whether he win, lose, fail, or whatever the case may be. Let him. And so I bet Bob, and we bet. And then when it was over, he came to me. He was like, yeah, man, this, that. I said, you happy? He said, yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, we brought a first time out going against the 4-time winner Awards Grand Championship. So I was kind of pumped up, like shit. You know what I mean? And won.
And we bet on a shit. And when I tell you, see, look, everything, okay, it's just like in sports. Everything is about performance. When you get to it's just like, okay, check this out, man. This no lie, this some true shit. Okay, I met this bride, right? And I was like, oh man, it was on, man. It was like she was, man, it was on, man. It was like popping, right? Man, we got all the way to the finish line. For some reason, my shit wouldn't get hard. I'm sweating and everything.
To the fucking maximum.
I'm like, man, what the hell going on? Why? Because I'm ready. And man, and then I said, well, damn, let me go check old girl. So I went and checked this other bride out. And I smashed that motherfucker all night. I said, must have been something about that pussy wasn't right.
Oh, you can blame it on her.
It was like the spirit wouldn't let me hit her. I don't know what was going on.
Beat don't fail me now.
So sometimes some things happen for a reason. Now, whatever the reason was, I really didn't understand it, but I'm glad whatever it was, it went past me, you know what I mean? But I had to go find out if I was still strong, though.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Nothing wrong with a little strength check every now and again. Let you know where you at.
I said, damn, well, I gotta go see this guy. I'm gonna see if I might say still together. Cause goddamn, what the hell? Like, you know, let me do the thing. So what I'm saying is that it's everything about performance. When you bring them to the dance back in the day, you want that motherfucker to perform, man. And that's why I was trying to tell Bob. He was like, no, we're gonna pay the forfeit. No, fuck that, man. We got a 50% here, and his performance, every time we seen him go, he always makes sure he take care of the business. You see.
Shit, I paid the forfeit. Remember, Boone, the forfeit was paid that particular joint.
Yeah,
We was already paying 2 cans of chicken noodle soup and everything. That fucking, we was still underweight, but yeah, that particular night, yeah.
So, but I wanted to see him go because we planned to win with your dog, planned to win with my dog, and then we planned to some of the other ones.
Right.
Everything went according to plan. You see.
That's true.
So anytime back in the day, when you getting prepared to do battle, you gotta make sure you gonna get that performance. Now, sometimes you can have a motherfucker ready to get that performance, but it hard won't let it. But that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's everything to do with the animal. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all move on, cause I get lost in this stuff, man. Y'all get
it's all good, man.
Dirty Glove Kennels. Salute to Dirty Glove Kennels in the super chat. Appreciate your
Dirty
support.
Glove. I like that. That's
Dirty
a different.
Glove. Okay.
Yeah, that's the homeboy. Salute.
I guess he said fucking clean gloves. Okay, I like that.
Salute to Keep On Rolling Kennels in the super chats. Appreciate the support. Say salute to the legendary panel. God bless to all. Can Roster Man talk about how he conditioned Lady Stone against Blondie? What type of conditioning he used?
I used the cat meal, a little slap meal, and a whole lot of high stepping speed walking.
Okay.
See, for me, maybe I shouldn't, because I'm gonna have everybody calling me talking shit. Man, why you telling my people this? But I'm gonna tell y'all this here.
I'm surprised you said that much. I was expecting to hear the program and the mythology behind that.
Y'all done soften me up, man, because
I'm over here with my mouth open, like what?
y'all done soften me up, man. But see, let me tell you something about a cat meal. It ain't a man alive can do what a cat meal can do. I don't give a damn who they are. But one thing you can do is I use my body weight with the walking to get that stamina and endurance.
And that resistance.
Yeah, that resistant training. There you go, buddy. You know what it is. Resistant training. God damn it. Hey, and I'm talking about, man, we would go high stepping for about 8-10 miles. I'm talking about.
Hey, could I just add in a disclaimer? Boone is like 6'5", 300 pounds. So that's a different type of body weight he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, at the time, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 6'4" and about 275 pounds. So she had to pull me, you see.
Right.
And so, but once she got used to doing it, man, that bitch, she would drag me, man. I'm talking about, man, I'll be goddamn, but I'll be high stepping with her. I put on my goddamn steel toe boots, and when we go, have y'all ever seen? I'm sure y'all done seen the speed walker race. Speed walk. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, hell yeah, that should be cracking me up.
So I'm but I ain't walk like them. I'm walking like a sissy. I don't like that shit.
I'm sure we knew you wasn't walking like that, Boone. I ain't never seen that walk.
You way too big to be walking like that. Especially
you better not be walking like that.
I'm taking my boot and my feet. I'm bringing my feet up to my goddamn, damn near to my chest, my knees. I'm talking about high stepping now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a marching band.
I ain't talking about no damn, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, but see, when you get into this groove, it ain't like a regular walk. And if you ain't never did it, you won't understand what I'm talking about. Because you gotta have balance. And you gotta have strength to do it. man, I'll go high stepping with that bitch. Ah, let's go. Ah, and I'd be talking to me. Ah, yeah. You know, like you riding horses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're thinking crazy. Hey, but I'll smoke me some of that shit like Ram. Oh my God, God damn it, I'm so psyched out, man. I'll be man, that bitch when we gone and see what I used to do. I would do my little treatments with her, right? And she be zoomed in too with me. And boy, we take off them. You see what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't get to do a whole lot of them and they'll be in that kind of shape unless you do that. And it takes some strength and planning. You can't just take a dog out there and just start off like that. Can't do it. Man, I remember when I first started her, man, that bitch would lay down. I said, damn, this bitch goddamn out to cut this motherfucker. She lay down like, goddamn, nigga, you trying to kill me. Hey, so once I build her up, and man, once she got used to it, and another thing too, guys, you always get them ready early. You don't wait till the last fucking minute. Talking about, oh yeah, we'll be ready in 5-6 weeks. You need to been putting that work in. So when you take that motherfucker out there on that road, it's been doing it. That's how you do it. I know I'm gonna get cussed out. Everybody gonna cuss me out. Oh, you talking too much. I'm gonna talk some more. So I'm retired. I can talk all I want, goddamn it.
Right.
Hey, so when you go out there and you're high stepping, you got to be saying things that you're gonna say when you're in the goddamn ring.
That's key.
You see what I'm saying? See, you got to be talking to that motherfucker like there ain't no love but your love. You see what I'm saying? And like Ram said, you got to be connected to the soul. See, and when you get that connection right there, you know it because she's gonna show it to you. You're gonna get all that. You're gonna get it back. You're gonna feel it coming back. And as you do that, and when you get to the end of your journey, ain't gonna be no question. That motherfucker jump 10 feet high and goddamn look at you 10 times and goddamn his mouth shut.
Yes, sir.
You see, know that motherfucker ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, I'm gonna let it go, man. I apologize, guys, but
no.
Yeah,
Good cook.
No.
Good cook.
Hey,
you
did. He paid for the information you gave it to him. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's enough, man. Because I don't, you know, I got other brothers up here can speak on it too. So y'all
that
go
question was for you only. You did just what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Great job. Yeah.
Bulldog Jones
That's
in the
enough.
super chat coming through with the 5-piece chicken nugget. Appreciate the support. He says, I appreciate y'all giving us the business tonight. Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Big Dog Jones, Bulldog Jones also came back, but I don't want y'all to answer this today. I want y'all to say this for next week. This is a great topic. He says, to me, whoever used steroids was cheating. I want y'all to think about that, and we're gonna let's talk about that next week because we've been on here for over 2 hours, and I don't want to overextend this show. I do want to save some smoke for next week.
Play the advertisement one more time for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're definitely gonna do that.
All right, bet.
Definitely gonna do that. But that's a good topic that Bulldog Jones brought up.
Yeah, hell yeah, we'll answer it.
One of the most anticipated dog breedings has finally been confirmed. The pups from this pairing of Zeta and DMX will be born very soon. We are now accepting deposits. Our pups will come with ears cropped and a 2-year health guarantee. Get ahead of the pack on purchasing a puppy by contacting NWA Cane Corsos on Instagram at NWA Cane Corsos. Call or text 479-326-1603 with any questions. A guard dog is your first line of defense. These will be the right pups for the job.
Man, every time I look at this picture, I want one of them big motherfuckers. Every time I look at my feed bill, I say, hell no.
Oh shit.
Keep on rolling, Kennels in the super chat. Appreciate the support. He says, salute. Question for roster: did you use collar or harness when going on walks for conditions?
Harness.
Harness.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I made my harness because the harness that I bought would always rub in the inside the arms and on the outside.
Right.
And it caused, cause see, I know I was big and tall and she pulling and and it's wearing the hair out. So what I did is I designed the harness where the harness would go around the neck and the strap would come straight down between up under her belly, and then I went around with a strap, and the strap come off the back of the collar of the harness, not a collar, but the circle that I made to go over her neck, and the strap came down down her back, and that's how I had it. But I ain't had no issues after I did that, with the armpits and all that.
Sounds like you might have to start making those for sale, man. You should have never said that.
Hey, that's a good right. You shouldn't even told nobody. You should have just put that out for sale. I help you out, push that out.
Well, me too. That's what I'm saying. I'm on your ass now, OG. You gonna have to start mass producing those.
Yeah, before Frico Lopez steal your idea.
Oh, sweet cheeks.
Black History in the super chat showing love. Salute, homie. He says, was Lady Stone on steroids? Let's save all them good questions about steroids for next week. We got y'all, bro.
Yeah,
we got y'all. Next week we're gonna have a banger about the juice.
The juice is loose all next week.
Good conversation next week about the juice.
I'm gonna see if I can find my old juice regimen. Shit.
Yes, sir.
Money and magic, XXX. Hold up, honey. No, I'm not your hoe or housewife. What you thought this is? It's not personal, it's business. When you see me, I be fancy underneath it. I be nasty, sharing lace off in my panties. Easy access, ain't no scamming. Got me choking while I'm slurping love potion. From the back type, busted wide open. Got some D-cup titties in a bubble butt. Made his dick hard as shit. All I heard him scream was fuck. Give it to me, bear. Pulling on my motherfucking hair. Pretty pussy pink. Knock it out. Put that ass to sleep. Got his wood all in my back. Come in my stomach with all of them racks. Make his dickhead split up cash. Huh? Now give it to me like you want some more. No Tatiana, that's that bottom shelf quality type of hoe. Taste this pussy, you'll eat something that you never had. Put that chain around my neck and choke me till I'm brain dead. Then throw me all of them bands and cash it out to my OnlyFans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome down, Ram. Why don't you give us this quick disclaimer, bro?
Hey, hell yeah. First, though, let me salute the Smooth Money at the job. Got us on the TV, though, so shout out to everybody tuned in to us. But as always, none of this shit is intended for, nor should you niggas be out there using it towards any illegal purposes or activities. If you didn't get it from here. I don't know where you got that shit from. And you stupid for not listening to the first part of this shit. Tomorrow, Monday, scratch hard into that motherfucker, man. Be great this week. Stay safe and dangerous. Y'all niggas come back next week and we answer all these juicy juice questions for you. We got you.
Oh, yeah, we got the good juice questions next week. And
Hell yeah. Shit, register your dogs with Schoolboy. Fucking get your dog shit with Bot. I'm on Boom Helmet for the harness,
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all sign up to Schoolboy Registry. Click the links in the description.
Hell yeah, hit him cracking. We got the dope bread pups. I think Bot got some too. I seen them on the gram. I don't know how old they is, but the motherfuckers looking good.
Yeah, I got a couple of nice little joints on the motherfucking joint. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, and everybody will hit me on Instagram, man. If your shit private, I sent you a friend request. Accept my shit so I can see you. Make sure you ain't no weirdo or no weenie or nothing, man. That's just
and you know what?
strange.
And I'm glad we said this because I get a lot of people on my Instagram I don't really accept motherfuckers with no picture or no nothing, no status on they shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be like you said, a lot of weird shit. Motherfuckers come with no pictures and nothing really, no posts. I'm just saying. So if you hit me like that, just know I'm deleting the fuck out of them. So you do better texting me. I mean, messaging me and doing it with a fucking voice straight, because there's homos on there. No disrespect to those who fuck with that shit, but I mean, it's motherfuckers
Hey,
pretending to
man,
be
that was
women.
gonna be my segue. Yeah, I
Yeah, you know what
mean,
I'm saying? It
you
be
know, y'all
motherfuckers
do what
pretending.
y'all do, but you know, I ain't
Right,
like
right,
that. I like pussy, like real naturally born,
exactly, right.
homegrown
So
pussy, man.
Authentic,
Preferably with the
authentic
hair on
pussy.
it, because I grew up on
yeah,
80s porn.
them, them along with Peters or police or whoever the fuck pretending to be or whatever the fuck. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing illegal, but I'm just stating that if you come in to hit me, it's only in American Kennels on Instagram. Hit me on that mother, but come with a picture and do some talking. Like I'm gonna talk to you rather than just writing, because I don't know who I'm talking to. And you know what I'm saying? So just let you know, because I've been deleting a lot of people with with no pictures and
Yeah,
nothing on it. So I'm just telling you, you could be a real dude up here and just want to stay kind of, on the low, but at least if you message me and tell me that, it's better, because other than that, I'm delete as soon as I see them come up there.
yep. I feel the same way. If you send me a Instagram on my 70 Sports TV Instagram page, send me a follow request. Don't come to me, and my page is private. Okay, I got hundreds of posts on my shit. If your shit is private, why are you sending me a friend request? You got no picture, and your
Right,
shit private. I can't even see who
right,
the fuck you are. Like, why would I
right.
accept you? That's
Correct.
ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So y'all
Yep.
gotta be smarter about that shit. But salute to y'all. Thank y'all for joining us this week. Smash that like button on the way out. Appreciate y'all support. We'll be back next week. Oh, go ahead.
One last thing too. Just again, I don't put nothing that I sell. I got any of my shit for sale. Again, I do let like one or two out of litters I got. Normally it'd be the, real dog dudes, not so much for no illegal purpose, but I know they're gonna do right by the dogs. But the thing is, no disrespect. If you see puppies I got up there and you ask them about it, don't tell me no shit about next February you'll have some money. Fuck is you talking to me for now? Like, I mean, seriously, bro. That's the dumbest shit in the fucking world. No disrespect, but why in the fuck is somebody telling me I love the fucking pups and then asking to see the pet and all them, and then the motherfucker say, well, fucking next February, fucking Black History Month, I should be ready. So I'm like,
Hey, Bob.
motherfucker, it's goddamn March. The
Hey,
fuck is you?
Bob.
Yeah.
Dogs be grown by the time you ready.
No,
Hey,
man.
hey, Bob. They want the layaway plan, Bob.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't mind talking, but let's don't talk nothing business, and you ain't ready to take care of nothing. Don't do that, bro.
They want a
I mean,
layaway
this
plan. We'll give you $200 and pay you a
what
little
in
bit.
the fuck are we talking about, yo? I'm gonna get my income tax next year this time, and I'll be ready for it. But they motherfucker checking to see if I'm living or something's happening then. Why is we talking about? And I'm not even gonna know who the fuck you are, to be honest, in another week. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck, man?
Hey, did they be embarrassed and don't want to talk to you no more? Like, nigga,
Right.
I ain't mad at
Yeah.
you. I'm used to the bullshit. If you
Well,
want to just, you could have came
I'm
and
playing.
just talked, motherfucker.
I'm playing scratch offs and shit. I gotta win soon, man. When I hit this fucking scratch off, bro, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Or
gonna
when they
send you
take y'all
half.
child support, I'm gonna send you a deposit. Don't send me no fucking deposit. Get the fuck out of
Nigga,
here,
I ain't a
bro.
bank. What you don't send me a deposit for?
Facts.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, man. That shit weird.
Yeah, but salute to y'all. We'll catch y'all next week. Next week we're gonna be talking about them steroids. So make sure y'all tune in.
Oh yeah, I gotta ask you what straw you got too. I want to know.
I got the straw.
I'm talking about behind the strings though. Not next week on the show, so y'all can get the taste out your mouth. I'm finna ask right now. As soon as we
I'm not giving up any steroid.
All right, we're out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.